And welcome back to A Toy Kind of Mood, episode 33, the I Am Your Father, Father's Day Star Wars edition. I am your co-host, Bobby Bexar, and with me, back from the Mandalorian's Razor Crest, frozen in carbonite, no more. Ronnie, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man? Glad to be here. I'm back from Planet Doom 58, where everything was all my content. I'm back here to give my thoughts on this year event, the Star Wars new reveal. I'm glad to be here.
So we got was it I Am Your Father's Day Star Wars event. We're gonna change it up just a bit. We won't just go through the show as usual. We are actually going to start from worst to best, because why would we save the best for the first? All right, so we did get quite a bit of it. Overall, though, how did you feel about the show?
Overall, I liked it. It was they really did get hint on a lot. They touched base on a lot of things I was looking for. Some minor things I didn't, but overall, I was very pleased. A lot of good stuff coming.
Okay. I love the fact that there was no like stupid trivia. They just came in like, sorry Hasbro, I'm sorry. I looked at my mic like, I'm like, sorry Hasbro. I don't mean to call it stupid, but it was just fluff, and they went in, they went out, they had a lot to cover, which is why I'm glad that they used like, all right, we have a lot, let's do it. Speaking of which, the stuff we were not impressed with, we both agree this is 2.5 whiskeys out of 5, so bottom shelf freshman level whiskey. The vintage collection, I always hate giving, and this is why Travis always gets on me, because I know work goes into this. I know there's some artists, and there's a process. I get it.
Well, here's the thing: we're the consumer.
Yeah.
In the end, we're the ones paying money for this. Our thoughts matter. Yeah, the heart and soul of the artists, the manufacturers, people being in work. But I don't care if they produce greatness or if it's a pile of bantha crap. If it's bantha crap, I don't want it. If it's greatness, I want it. So, I mean, Travis gets all over you. He kind of gets on me too. But in reality, consumers make the world go round, man.
Yeah, it's true, man. But here's the thing: the vintage collection, like I've said before, if I had unlimited money, unlimited space, I'd probably collect it. But I don't. So, the Republic Trooper, cool. BoKatan, it looked cool.
Yep.
But
I have a question. Did you have the original Star Wars figs as a kid when you were growing up?
I didn't get really into Star Wars until high school. So when they re-released the trilogy,
in the 96-ish.
Yep, and the Power of the Force and stuff like that. I had those like where Luke looked like he was like lifting
chest.
Yeah, exactly. He was benching like 350. I've got those. I saw my lightsabers from that era.
Yep. Me too, and I have the entire Force collection. There was the red label and the green label.
Yeah,
I have all of them in almost triplets. Every single one.
Okay.
But the reason I asked is because I was a fan. I grew up with Star Wars. I had the original X-wing. I had the figures. I was born in 1980. So when I was like 3 or 4 years old, the last of the series were out, and growing up, you find them in yard sales. You buy them at KB Toy Works. So I grew up with those figs. And even as an adult, diving in to the Black Series from day one, I never got into the vintage line, which again, I think I would be probably their main source of a consumer, because I had them as a kid. But I love the articulation and stuff, and that they give you with the Black Series.
And I 100% agree. That's like, if you look, I've got the Captain America from the old what is it? Secret War, like Marvel superhero type toy biz. So I should be, once again, like you said, like the 10-inch or the 3 and 7.5 inch collector. But when I've got, this awesomeness, like I'm not gonna, like, that's why I kind of like the fact that He-Man, like the Master of the Universe line, just like, hey, we're gonna keep it the same. I dug that. G.I. Joe, I have no.
But that's also something new. The vintage line has been being made, like, how do I say this? I think if they came out with a Masters of the Universe fig, fully posable, 22 points of articulation, new face sculpts, and they had that established for years, and then came out with a 3/4 or original line of He-Man, we wouldn't be as impressed because we'd be used to the customized. That's what I think it is. We got so used to the quality over nostalgia with the Star Wars series.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's fair. He-Man, they had the 2000 line that was very articulate, posable, and then they did the classics where they gave him like great posability, great, but those are like insanely expensive. So when they came out with like the origin line, I mean, but also it's a good size. It's like you can hold it. Like the 3/4 they're tiny. It just doesn't excite me anymore.
We got our big kid man hands to hold things.
Exactly. Now jumping from that to what would be, I don't know, whiskey from senior year of of a college. We go to the Black Series, jumping on from the tiny to the big, and we're going
from sneaking Petrie under the cabinet to straight Raven, rages at the college.
Exactly. We're adults now. So we we were kind of torn on this one, both the archives, and we got the whole lineup of Rogue One with a new face sculpt, new sculpting, new everything. For the most part. I gave it a 4. You gave it a 3. We met at 3.5, and we both like okay with that. We were talking before we started filming. Ronnie, let the viewers know why we came to this conclusion.
Well, my personal opinion is the Rogue One figs in the beginning, we all know they were peg warmers. I mean, you can get them for $4 or $5 in whether it was like you said Five Below, or Walmart bargain bins. I think I seen Jyn Erso for like $4 at Walmart.
Oh God, yeah.
I've seen the two guys from I forgot their name now, but two of the characters like $3.98 at like Walmart or somewhere, or Target or something. But I feel like the new ones, the face sculpt, if you didn't have them before, this is a reason to get them.
Yeah.
I passed on the first ones because I wasn't a big fan of how they looked.
Same.
Am I gonna run out and pre-order these? No. Here's the thing. There's a history of Star Wars figures. If they're in one-offs, there tends to be less of a drive for that craze to collect them. Everybody, nostalgia drives. I don't care what anybody says in the world, especially right now, Star Wars, Black Series, G.I. Joe, other franchises that are selling off the shelves. You can't even pre-order them. They're selling out like that. Nostalgia. Yep. We all want those Star Wars figs. Now, since the very beginning, those oddities, those one-off films, or those background characters that were never really too popular, they sit on shelves and it's just known. I have a feeling, I called it when it came to Dune. We had a Dune discussion many, many months ago last year.
I remember that.
I said that don't buy them, they'll be peg warmers. Yep. And I was right. They're peg warmers. You can get them now for like $3-4 in the bargain bin. The face sculpt is great. Personally, I'm gonna wait. I want them, but I'm not gonna pay $24.95 or whatever it is that 22 change for them. I'll wait another 3-4 months, and I'll wait for them to be $11, $12, $13. Maybe on a GameStop deal, they'll be 15 or 12. That's just the way it is. I mean, I can almost guarantee I would put my geek card on it. That these cards, just because of the trends, the way they always go. Right. These things tend to be peg warmers in the end, just because they're not as highly craveable by true Star Wars fans as the the diehards that we all know.
And I think that's fair enough. I mean, I was torn, but yeah, I think you're right. I did buy Donnie Yen's character when it first, just I loved his character in Rogue One. Yep. Thought it was great. I loved his mantra. But
see, those films were great. Don't get me wrong.
Oh no, yeah. Great. Yeah, Rogue One was
great.
Yeah, Rogue One was an amazing Star Wars film. But yeah, the face sculpts were so bad, especially on that Felicity Jones. Yeah. Good God. But I did give it a 4 because we get Riz Ahmed, which we didn't get the first time, and his Bodhi Rook looks amazing. We joked in the chat that now we can have a Sound of Metal figure. Which, by the way, if you haven't watched it, watch it.
Yep.
But I have K2SO. I've got the die-cast, like Disney Store one.
Yep.
I'm like you. I will get this line because I love the characters and I loved it, and it looks beautiful in the box. But I think that we can wait.
Yeah.
But I do give it a 4 because I do love those face sculpts. Now, I will say I gave the archive line a 3 because I already have Princess Leia from the first run of the Black Series. I thought that looked great. I've got her here. They're re-releasing Obi-Wan, and I've already got him here. And as you can see, like he looks like Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
I feel that's like anything that it's capitalism, and we're about to get the Obi-Wan show, and they're going to capitalize on it.
Yep. Now, I totally agree. It's capitalism at its finest. America's born and bred, and the world goes round based on capitalism. Did I fall prey to this? Yes. I have the original. Everybody out there that knows me knows I'm a keep in box. I'm a mint in box guy. Lately, I've been finding myself, especially with these releases, buying one that I can crack open. Like I have, I have him already in a box.
Yeah.
I bought another one because I want to be able to crack them open. I also did the same thing with Darth Maul. An original Darth Maul when they first released them in the Black Series, actually signed by the actor.
Oh, Ray Park, awesome. That's nice.
Yes, I will never open that. So what happened when they released it with the 50th anniversary of whatever it was on the hard cardback?
Yeah,
I bought one because I want to be able to crack that pack open and actually feel the thing that I've been coveting, for the last 7 years or so.
Right.
It's one of those things that I'm one of those people that if it's something that I really love, like he's a staple character. Obi-Wan from what I mean from the prequels. I want to be able to have him out. Mind you, you'll all see one day when we buy a new house in the next 2 years. My number one want is a finished basement man cave. I want to be like Travis. I want to be like you guys. Have a default stuff set up,
put everything up.
Right, like right now everything's in boxed and it's put in totes, and I have like one bookshelf that I keep in rotation based on season. Really things that I really want to have out. Right. But that's across the board: Star Wars, Transformers, Masters of the Universe, and so forth.
Now we will. We did get 2 reveals from the archive line that everyone was, and I blanked on pre-ordering him. First off, the 501st Clone Trooper, which everyone was raving about, and then Darth Raven. I missed him the first one. I'm gonna try and get this one because he actually looks really, really badass.
It's Revan, sir.
My bad.
Revan.
Apologies. Oops.
See, they're calling to call you out.
Yeah, exactly. That was literally all of Star Wars in one FaceTime video. All right, so a 3.5 on that one was fair.
Yep. Well, did you hear the disturbance in the Force? The screams call out across the universe as my Darth Revan original value plummeted. For real,
that's gonna happen.
Yep.
But you know what? Here's the thing. Yes and no, because someone is going to want to have that original packaging. It's always the original packaging. Now from the archives, we move to the future. Getting up there. 4.5 on the pipeline reveals.
Yes.
How'd you feel about that? And which one do you really want?
I really want Bib Fortuna. I really do. I want him in full articulation. I want him in good, reso face scan of the character. I want it. I want it bad. I want it. I want it to go with my Boba Fett playset. I want it to go with my Jabba the Hutt temple. I want it all. I want to play out those scenes. I really, really liked it. Now, second, my number 2 on that most impressive list, and it's something we didn't even get to see, or even they talked about, is I want that Cantina playset. I'm wondering what that's going to be. That looks pretty. That could be. We don't have a look at. We don't know, but it could be pretty awesome.
Yes.
I mean, we all have the different versions of Obi-Wan. We have the many versions of Luke. We have the many 847 versions of Han Solo out there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We can just set that right up, set the playset up, and we can do still pictures or just sit back and have a good time.
So we're gonna get the Jeddah Patrol Trooper, Bib Fortuna. I'm shocked as a Bostonian you're not going to get Mayfield.
I know.
Come on now.
Again, he's a newer character based on Mandalorian. So what to me, he's on my list of wants, but he's not number 1 or 2.
Fair
Again,
enough.
I'm driven by stuff I wanted as a kid. You know, we gave that a 4.5. The pipeline, was it a 4 or 4.5?
I had a 4.
4. So we give it 4 whiskeys.
4 whiskeys.
I'm tumbling out of the cantina.
There
with 4 straight whiskeys.
Let's see what so we got Mayfield, Fennelshand, the Nomad Boba Fett.
Yep.
Which I want to see in hand before I make any decisions. And then the one I will get Cobb Vanth because Timothy Oliphant is awesome. I love this character. And I want to see I'm praying to the Jedi Lords that he comes with Boba Fett's armor.
Then you better pray to the Sith Lord, my friend.
Fair enough. All right, so
I think he will. I think he'll come with I don't know, man. They might have that rusted bust, like that patchwork Boba Fett armor that he had.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
I mean, if they don't release it with that, then what the hell's the character? Like, we might as well have him on that cowboy show, throw a hat on him from a Woody character, Toy Story, and say, "Yeah, I'm coming to get your ass." I'm Justified. I mean,
it's true.
What made him was the armor. That's the look that he had in the show, really.
And that's where I was like, "Oh, what the hell?" Yeah, right? Exactly. All right, now here's the thing. So, whilst the vintage collection was our least favorite, our favorite thing of this whole event actually comes from the vintage collection, and that was the video of the Razor Crest, which actually made Ronnie and I both regret not, selling a kidney and buying it when it first came out. The Razor Crest video, which I'll put up right now. Holy crap!
Yep.
Like the detail that went into this.
Yep. I'm gonna, I have to stop that off with just saying I'm gonna give it 1 saber ignition star. You have something. Maybe. That's how good I want it. I want that so bad. I regret ever not pre-ordering it. I remember we were all busting Travis's chops because spoilers. If you haven't seen Mandalorian, watch it. I'll give you that second to pause. That's about it.
Okay.
When the shit blew up to pieces.
Yes.
I was texting Trav. Yeah, kid, enjoy that $400 pop. You know what I mean? What are you gonna take a hammer to it to make it screen accurate? I mean, I was riding his ass from here to Sunday, and now I'm the one, in the dirt crying. Oh, I want my, I want
I'm not jealous.
It looks so awesome. I mean, we give that 4 or 5 whiskeys, a lightsaber to the dome. That was
definitely a 5 out of 5 video. I mean,
yeah.
If there is one thing that would have made me collect that vintage collection, is that Razor Crest. That I mean the way that, and it really and I want to do this because I've got the Eternia play set up with Snake Mountain, and I pre-ordered Castle Grayskull. But I wanted to have a table where I could make Eternia.
Right.
The way they created the scene around that Razor Crest, chef's kiss. It was amazing.
It definitely was chef's kiss. It looked awesome. And I really hope that's the finished model for the Razor Crest, because the way they did the paint job, the way the painting on it too. I mean, it looks reflective, almost like it looks like a chrome paint. It doesn't look like a plastic toy. I mean, if you look at because I have a bunch. I mean, I have Poe Dameron's X-Wing, the 3 or 4 different variants of X-Wings that they've released over the past 5 years. I have a couple of the vehicles, all in box, and I've taken them out and checked them out and put them back. They look good. They look screen accurate, but they look like toys. They look like that plastic, you know what I mean? That matte finish toy. They're a toy. This thing looks real. Like it looked like it had it was almost chromish, with that tint to it, that rusted, not really rusted, but weathered tint to it. It looked amazing. Fantastic. Yeah, 5 out of 5 for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So that was a Star Wars episode. What did you pre-order?
I pre-ordered Leia, because Leia's face in the old sculpts was horrible. It really was. It could have been Leia. It could have been Princess Leia from the Pawns. I mean, it could have been anybody in between. You never know. It was that bad. This looks like a young Carrie Fisher. It really does. It looks a lot.
The stunt doubles.
Not the stunt, and it almost looks like if you look at her that I went back and I looked at her daughter because anybody that knows the movies knows she was in her daughter was in the new ones. It looks like her daughter almost like you can tell that it's Carrie Fisher when she was younger. It looks so good. I pre-ordered that. I pre-ordered the 501st figure.
Okay.
Who don't want more figs? I mean, more troopers. You can't just have one. What the hell is one stormtrooper in any sorts? It's death. You need a squad because not one can hit the side of a barn. Nor can two. Nor can 12 apparently. But you gotta get them in numbers.
I won't lie. I have the only trooper I have is Hunter from the Bad Batch. That's it. Yep. I probably should throw that one on there. I made the joke to my buddy the other day. We were talking. He was asking me he's like, you should open up a toy store. And I'm glad my wife won't watch this because I said to him, I said, I have more toys than a toy store in our neighborhood. I could literally all my totes and boxes. When we do move into that man cave, I have to make sure I get a U-Haul in the middle of the night. We can throw all my toys in there so she doesn't see how many totes of just stormtroopers I have. Different variants, colors, schemes, the Amazon kits, the 5-pack, 4-packs, the droid packs. I mean, so I pre-ordered the 501st, I pre-ordered Leia, and I pre-ordered Obi-Wan, just so I can have something to open. And Leia for me, that again, remember how I mentioned with the Rogue One figs, I didn't get the first ones. I want these when they get cheaper. Princess Leia was one that I'm rebuying because of the face sculpt looks phenomenal. Yeah, fair enough. I haven't yet pre-ordered any of them. I will try and get Darth Revan and
you shouldn't have a problem, especially on Amazon.
Yeah, and then I'll wait on the Rogue One because you're right. There probably will be Peg One Reserve, and if I can't find them, I'm sure one of y'all can find them. Yep. And then honestly, I just bought this Obi-Wan. I bought him opened, and I'm happy with this one. Cool.
The second market was so high.
Huh?
The second-hand market was so high on those too, and now here they are for people that like you that you spend more than retail for an open one without a lightsaber, and then it's kind of like a slap in the face. Hey, 2 weeks later or whatever, here you go. Here's it coming. But
literally 2 weeks later. Yeah,
the light at the end of the tunnel is all these figs. I think I got the Amazon the date of December 1st.
Yeah,
which is always a placeholder for all these online sites. It could shift back, it could shift forward. You never know. See, if you pre-order on Amazon, you don't have to pay it right away till it ships. So if somebody found anything out in the wild, because lately, as you know, these Star Wars figs, the Bad Batch and everything, I had mine pre-ordered for months, and I had wait a month to get it. But people were in our chat groups had them a month before because they were hitting shelves before they were hitting. So even if you pre-order them like an Amazon or something, we don't pay up front. It's something good just to lock it in, because then later you can always cancel if you wanted.
Exactly.
So that's the Ron. That's Doom 58 tip for everybody out there. You don't get them too often anymore.
We always need a Doom 58 tip of the day. All right. So that's the episode. Ronnie, dude, it was always a pleasure to have you. Let me get my Star Wars in there. Right. It's always a pleasure.
Yes. It's a pleasure to be back for every so often for these, when we all created this show that you guys took the reins over, and it brings a tear to my eye because you guys have done such an awesome job. And we all know trying to grind out your own channel and grind out your own content is so time consuming. So for me to have time to come out and do, and you guys to invite me back was awesome. I'm glad to be here. Toys for life.
Well, dude, it's Star Wars. If there's one person to bring on the show,
right,
it's gonna be the Obi-Wan of Star Wars.
It's gonna be me.
Exactly, it's gonna be you. As always, you can find us on Twitter, Instagram at Toy Kind of Mood. You can find Ronnie at Doom58 on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram.
YouTube is Doom58 and Twitch is YouTube and Twitch Doom58, and Twitter is Ron Burtles or Burtles58. Look it up. I'm sure you'll see it.
Okay, and as always, you can find me either here or at Bayou City Geeks on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. With that, this has been Toy Kind of Mood, episode 33, Star Wars edition. Peace.